What's going on, everybody? It's Tim, and today I wanted to get into just a couple things coming up this week. I'm uploading this currently on the weekend, but we should have a busy week in the stock market here. We do have a couple earnings for you guys to watch out for, and we also are going to have our CPI, or Consumer Price Index, and it could be a quite volatile week. So I'm going to show you guys what I'm looking at. Let's get right into this. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Definitely helps me out. Check out the links below for some free crypto and stocks. Check out the free Discord, and let's look over a couple things. So first off, CPI is going to be on Thursday, and it's going to be coming out in the morning. So once it comes out, the market can either make some huge moves to the upside if it comes in way better than expected, or some huge moves to the downside if all of the Fed's work seems fruitless, if we're not getting that inflation to come down. And I'll leave you guys this link down below because it kind of gives you a good detailed explanation of what to expect here on Thursday. But they do expect core CPI to come in 0.5% lower month over month. And as the Fed said, they still do expect and want to work on getting their inflation target to 2%. And we did just receive our 75 basis point hike just last week, and the market's already looking forward to what the next rate hike will be. So it's going to be huge seeing what the CPI is, and if it comes in a lot better than expected, we could possibly see only a 0.5% rate hike instead of a 0.75. But I think it would have to come in really good, and even a slight beat won't be enough. And if it comes in over expectations, meaning higher inflation, then we can likely expect easily another 0.75% rate hike. And we've also got another couple of things to look out for next week as well. For one, my birthday, November 7, we're gonna have Palantir reporting, so I'm excited for that. I will be covering it on Monday. And then we've got two that I'll be watching on November 8. This is gonna be Workhorse and SENS, or Sensionics. And then coming up the same day as CPI, which is going to be a Thursday, on November 10, we're going to have also indi Semiconductors. If you haven't heard of them, I highly recommend you look into them. And then we've also got Matterport reporting as well. And as I said, this is all going on the 10th, on Thursday. And make sure you stick around because I will be going over all of those once earnings releases. And really quick, I did want to show you guys a stock I am watching that doesn't have earnings until about a month from now, but they're starting to look to be an extremely attractive price to me. And this is going to be chpt, or ChargePoint stock. Now you'll notice that they did not break their May 11 lows yet. And I say yet because if CPI comes out really bad, if small caps start absolutely tanking, likely CHPT could reach that May 11 low. And one negative here is it was riding this purple line, this ascending support here, until it broke it. It also tested it as a resistance, and now we seem to be falling back down. And what's also negative in my eyes is we were in this falling wedge, which is typically a bullish pattern, gives you a nice little breakout. All we saw out of that was just this small little rise, and then it caught resistance here. So I'm short-term a little pessimistic on ChargePoint. Seems to me like buyers are not scooping it up, and I would not be surprised to see this come down possibly towards 1050 or so, maybe even towards its May 11 low if the market provides that situation. But otherwise, I can definitely expect it to pull back a little bit as we come up to earnings. The market could be a little cautious on this one, and what I'll really be watching for here on earnings for ChargePoint is going to be that revenue to continue to grow. If you guys have stuck around or at least watched the stock, you'll see that their revenue is consistently growing. I mean, their October reported quarter, they saw 65 million. Reported after that, they saw 79, and the quarter after that, they saw 81, a small increase there. However, their last quarter, it went from 81.63 million in revenue to 108.29 million. That is a huge increase. And if we can see more of that, I'm talking a potential 120 million, at least a decent enough beat, I think ChargePoint could definitely rally. But we do need to see more than that in my eyes for that rally to actually last. Obviously, the overall market has to support it, and it'd also be nice to see them taking in less losses. One thing you'll see is that their net income is going more and more negative, the general trend at least. So it'd be nice to see this come in a little bit better than this 92.7, negative 92.7 million. And it's going to also be a big deal to see how much cash they have on hand and how much run rate they are left with if things do start stagnating, if that revenue doesn't continue to grow, which I don't expect. I expect at the very least the revenue to grow at a consistent pace, and I personally really wouldn't expect revenue to drop. And when I look at ChargePoint, I do like to play it with two positions. I do have a long-term position, and then I have just a short-term, kind of a swing trading position. And currently I'm watching for it on my long-term position. I definitely do believe in ChargePoint for the long term, but this stock has shown that it has quite a bit of volatility and does offer some opportunities occasionally for swing trades. But in general, for me, ChargePoint is definitely a long-term stock. It is starting to look extremely attractive to me, and I really do believe in it for the long term. They're the market leader in EV charging. The trend has obviously been continued consistent revenue growth at an accelerating pace recently. We'll see if that continues though, of course. but their earnings is a ways away, so hopefully we will have some golden opportunities to add to it. But that's basically it for now, guys. We're definitely going to have an interesting week coming up here, and stick around if you want to see me cover Palantir, Workhorse, or since Yannick's on earnings. I'll probably put a CPI video out, and of course cover anything else going on in the market. If you guys see behind me, you'll see that I've been boxing up my stuff. I'm working on moving, so bear with me because towards the middle of November I may be offline for a couple of days here. Thanks as always, guys. Let me know what you're watching for this week. How are you feeling about earnings coming up, and how are you feeling about CPI? Thanks for watching, guys, and take it easy.